sheer volume of pressure this had to have been under. So you guys remember that I was working on the pond, or the swimming pond at least, and the idea was to, because there was so much damage to it in the hurricanes, I thought, let's lower it to ground level, and we'll go from there. Lining it with bricks. A lot of people didn't even know what I was thinking or talking about, and I already had this vision in my mind, and it came out beautifully. I did it within a couple of days. Cut the top off, filled the tank, or filled the pond back up, and everything was going great until this.
Huh?
Fucked up big time. The water line fell out. And just washed it all out. I think I can fix it. But it's pretty fucking bad. It's gotta somehow be pushed back. I might have ruined it. Shut the water off. The water filled in behind it.
Yeah.
I pushed it in.
Huh. How did it get in? Like,
The hose fell in.
oh.
I came out and it was over here. I was like, what the fuck? And then I looked over and this was caved. But it would have just happened recently.
Yeah.
Honestly. It'll be fine. I can fix it. I'll have to drain it.
You don't think that if that water like evaporates, that if we get in, we can push it out open? Like with the water in it?
Maybe. I don't think I could do anything right now. I know I've got to support this again. Yeah, it just busted. Snapped. Holy fuck.
Yeah. That's the top
So next morning we can now see the damage. It was so pretty too, and it was looking so good. So I'm filling it up, obviously, and hose falls out. And you see right here, this hole, that's where it was like just pumping and pumping and pumping the water. The water level in here wasn't high enough. I kept filling it last night to hold this wall back, but as it was filling it, it caused this mudslide, and all the dirt kind of just fell in, cracked. It cracked a 2x6. That might even be a 2x8. So imagine the force and weight. So today, you can see I already had a pump in there. I pumped out all the water. It's just mud. I got to get in here and shovel down as deep as I can. And as I do that, naturally, the water's just going to push this back. And then I'm going to brace it, fill it back in, put everything back, fill this up. It sucks, but whatever. Just happy it didn't happen when it was actually empty, because this could have been bad. Damn, I just flipped this over, and it did it back here too. Damn. That was a little worse than I thought. I don't know if I can fix this without completely draining it, completely filling it, or completely digging the entire area out, rebuilding it all. There's no rip in the liner though. So that's technically all that matters. Like, that's the important part. But still. Damn. I'll see what I can do. Well, I figured if I continued to fill the pond up, it might push it back. But the only way for me to remove all of the mud that kind of collapsed down into it, that's pushing out on it, because now you can see right here on the liner, that's not flecks of the, or like the pond liner kind of drooping. That's plywood that burst off of the form. This form held, but look down here, you can see it all. That's busted off. This side and that side's perfectly fine. I think I have no choice but to remove all of the water, take out the pond liner, and I have two choices. Dig out all this, but I have to dig it. I can't just dig straight down, because the wall will collapse. I'd have to start digging from back here and go down on a slope. And that is a massive, massive amount of dirt to move. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove everything you see here, including the pond liner, the water obviously, and I'm going to take out all of this wood structure, scrap that idea. I'm going to cave the walls in, slope everything in, kind of shape it, and then drop the pond liner in on that, make it like a walk-in, because the goal here isn't really to have a pool anymore. My kids are grown, and now I have Luke, and Luke doesn't want to get in this because he has a hard time getting in and out, so it scares him a little bit. But if he had something to walk in and walk out, you know, maybe then we could put fish in it, because it would be a little easier to manage throughout the winter and stuff as well. But I think that's where I'm at with it right now. Oh yeah, and that pipe there, that starts at the beginning of my house, and when the gutters are draining and stuff, it comes out of here. So I gotta relocate that. Originally I dug into it and ripped it out, because it goes all the way back and all the way back there. So I cut it off here, because when I dug this out, there was nothing here until I got to that one thing, and then I thought, oh, it looks like it might be garbage, but I can see water dripping out of it sometimes when it's raining. And it caved in back here, look. The water only ran for about an hour too, or 45 minutes. You know, I'm filling it. It takes like a day to fill this. Not like a day, like I'm talking 12 to 18 hours to fill this. But watch my water pressure. You guys are gonna, oh, sorry. You guys are gonna love this. Massive amount of water pressure here. However, it's laying on this, and it must have got like a spurt of extra power and blasted off and went over here into this corner where it started to flush out the walls. And I think I might even do that when I drain this. I don't think I'm going to have to do much digging. I think I could just stand here with a hose and flood out the walls, wash them out. And we got tons of extra pond liner. Like that piece of pond liner goes down probably about 2 feet. So we technically will get a bigger space. And then I will still line it with these patio stones. But I'm going to go probably all around. We might still have this deck on it. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see where we go with this. But I think it's time that we scrap this idea. I think too much damage is done. I mean, that's what I get for not sitting here for 18 hours and watching it fill, you know, watching paint dry type thing. But this is not budging. It's not coming out. So when I start draining it, that's definitely going to continue to crush in. I'm worried it's going to rip the liner, but I think what I might do is just peel this off. So if it does crush in, the whole liner can go with it. Okay, let's see what happens. Yeah, I guess it sucks that I had just laid the grass seed. You can even see it. And this is going to grow in beautifully. And we kind of got an idea just on a picture, because I wasn't filming this because it wasn't going to be fish related. But now that it's going to be a pond, I don't know. Maybe we will put something in there. I don't think I want to do goldfish and big fish. Maybe guppies or something if we do anything. But yeah, grass is beautiful now. It's the perfect time of year. But we got a really hot day out tomorrow. So hopefully I can get this drained tonight. No more damages occur. Pull these bricks off and all these plants. And these are just fake plants, by the way. I got them on Temu. And I just pushed them into the ground. Watch. Ugh. See? They weren't going nowhere. They were stuck in the ground like 7 inches, 6 inches. Patio stones weren't that expensive. Maybe $5 a pop. I think I'll need more patio stones because this is technically going to be wider. But, yeah, what a crappy thing. I am worried about that corner. So if this comes in more, I could be in trouble. But as soon as this is drained completely, I'm going to take the pond liner and I'm going to flip it all into it. And once it's all flipped in, I can start removing these and I'll just chop them out. That's going to be an all-day thing. But I think I can get it done in a day. Like, I just need this water gone. Sucks that I was filling it all day, trying to push that back. But it's just not going to happen. And the only way to fix it is I have to remove all this mud and water, which I already pumped out all the water over there. But if I keep digging down, it's not shored. So this is going to collapse. Like, this wall is going to fall. So I have to start technically digging by like 4 feet back and slant it all the way down. And to do that by hand, I mean, it's just unreasonable. And just to repair something that's already busted. I mean, I don't know. This is beautiful and nice, but I think we could do something else. I guess the plus side is I got to experience it. I got to do it. I got to show you guys another idea of something that you could do with a hole in your ground. But, and this is so much different than what you'll typically see. And now I'm just going to do this plain Jane, hole in the ground. However, I'm pretty sure Luke's going to be able to walk into it and walk out and get in and out. And so will Tamara. And that's kind of the goal here is to... Because Luke's a golden retriever and he hates the water. And the reason being is because when this used to be filled, you couldn't get out unless you got out from the ladder. I did build him stuff to try to get out, but one time I was shocking it and he fell in. And come here, Bubba. Come here, son. Come here, buddy. Come here, my boy. You're okay.
What happened?
I don't know. He needs rinsed off. This is very toxic right now. Emergency. Come here, buddy. Come here. Come here, Ricky. Come on over here and get dried off. It's okay, bub. Hey, it's me. We had to rinse his eyes, and he's just had too much trauma with this. And even then, when I fill it, and I already did fill it originally when I was testing it, I filled it all the way up to the top. So the water level goes exactly level with the bricks. It was super cool. I also have a good template so that this will be level. So I'll just cave the walls in, put the pond liner on, and we'll see what happens. And the interesting part is, like, if you can look at my walls, it's clay. The further I dig down, the harder it is. So it's not like a lot of sharp objects or anything, because I don't have pond underlayment. I should get some just to protect the liner, but anyways, let's see what I can make happen. I don't know if this is going to be successful or not, so I'm just going to upload this video for you guys, just an update on it. Sucks that it happened, but you know, things happen. And the hose got loose and washed out the mud. There wasn't enough water in here to hold back that pressure. Also, since I cut it down, I didn't actually put the bracing back on here. I didn't think I needed it. Plus, I wanted to be level with the ground. So technically, it's supposed to have, I'll show you now that this is pulled back. You see this? There's just one. There used to be another one on top of it and then another one on the side of it. But I cut that off. And if I kept it on there, this wouldn't have happened. So I guess technically it is my fault. Damn. Ooh, there's a rip in it. Hope that doesn't get any worse. Oh. This sucks. Yeah, nice start to the summer, but, you know, I wouldn't say this is a learning process. It just sucks that it happened. You know, the hose popped out and washed out the back and put my unsupported structure to the test. That's why bracing is so damn important. It snapped the 2x6 in half. I wonder if I can get over there. I'll show you. It literally snapped it in half. Look at that. That's a 2x6. You ever see one snap that way? Do you know the amount of the sheer volume of pressure this had to have been under? And it doesn't even look like there's a ton of dirt, but no dirt was down there. So there's at least 3 feet of dirt going down there, of mud, of compact. Like, look at it. This is what it's like here. That's clay. Look at the color of this. So when this hardens, it's going to be like bricks. And if I don't get it out of there, I never will. But I just think about it. I got to come back 4 feet, which is about to here, and dig at an angle down. Essentially, digging just as much dirt from here and all the way around as I almost did for the entire thing, and by hand. Look at the water pushing up from the ground. As this is pushing pressure down, it's pushing water up from the earth. No shortage of water here in Canada. All right, that's it. I've had enough depression for one day. But it would have ended up beautiful. Like, don't look over here. If, you know, once the grass started to grow in, and it would have looked stunning. But no. Well, damn. Well, I'll just have to make the next one better.